So this just happened. I was shaking a bottle of paint and apparently it was broken. So let me show you what happened to my blouse. Yellow stains in here. And now I'm gonna have to clean my hand before I make a bigger mess. So let me show you how to remove acrylic paint from your clothes. Number one, clean your hands. And number two, clean the mess in there. But number three, let the acrylic paint dry a little bit in your fabric, in your t-shirt, your pants, whatever it is, the carpet. And if you start smearing it on the fabric, it's going to be harder, but I'm going to be actually cleaning my hand so I can go to the next step. Should you throw away a broken bottle of paint? If it is brand new, like this one, I wouldn't throw it away. I'm going to fix it with some duct tape or maybe even a silicone gun to seal the broken part. But if it is a very old, almost empty bottle, yes, throw it away. There are several stains, some super tiny, some a little more kind of biggish. Still, all of them are splashes, except for this one that is kind of like a smear. So different stains can be treated in a different way. These by now are a little dry, not completely dry, but one of the things that you can try doing is simply waiting for it to dry. If it is just a little tiny speck, you can go with your fingers and try to remove it, or we're going to be using this Murphy soap, which is a wood cleaner. So you will have to test it in your fabric. This one is a mix with cotton, which is a little better for removing stains with acrylic paint. But if your fabric is some type of a nylon or something acrylic-y, it's going to bond really strongly. So what I recommend is immediately get it in water, which I didn't do, but get yourself a white towel or any small towel, even kitchen roll napkins are fine, to put in between the two parts of the fabric, the front and the back, if it is like this, a t-shirt. And that's what I'm going to be doing. The reason we have the towel sandwiched in between the two sides of the blouse or shirt is so that when you're rubbing on this one, it's not going to transfer to the back or to the other side of the clothing. We're also going to need a brush of any type. A toothbrush works as well, but make sure that it's only for removing and cleaning stuff instead of for using it back for your teeth. I'm going to put directly into the stain a very tiny amount of the soap in all of the stains. That's a bit too much, but I cannot measure very well with one hand in the camera and the other one on the soap bar. So from here, we're just going to be scrubbing and scrubbing, and you're going to see the paint getting more loose each time. The other solution, which I'm going to do in a second, is just plain water. As soon as you have the stain, you run to a faucet and run water on the stain. Now we're going to go to this other stain over here and see it disappear. Can you tell? So now it's going to release some of the pigment, which is yellow in this case. Rinse this brush again and start again. This is the front, and the stains were more or less around here. There is nothing. There was something else over here. As you can see, there is nothing. And in the sleeve, which I don't even remember exactly where it was, but it was in the front, there is also not a sign. If you have another type of material for your garments or whatever other fabric that got a stain, you probably will need to get it into the water immediately. I still recommend to use this soap because for me, in my personal experience, this always works. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, and I love chatting in the comments with you. Okay, I can find the first little effect of the stains in the sleeve. Once you take the clothing out of the washer, do not put it immediately into the dryer. If you have a clothes dryer, don't do that, because what I will need to do again is, where was it here, is go again with the soap and the toothbrush or the other little brush, this little brush, and scrub, scrub, scrub until the stain is gone. I have been taking a closer look over here, and I don't see any other remains of the yellow paint. If you see any, let me know in the comments, because I might, make a mistake. But as far as I see, there is nothing on the rest of the garment except for this in the sleeve. So I'm going to repeat the treatment. Basically, let me just tell you in steps. If you stain your clothing with acrylic paint, number one, if it is a splash, immediately wash it with water, but that will extend the size of the stain. If you can, try to let it dry a little bit, just enough that it's firm, and then come with the soap and the brush and go brushing every single spot intensely. Let the Murphy soap rest a little bit, a couple of minutes into the brushed fabric, and then put in the washer with regular clothes detergent, laundry detergent. Do not take it to the dryer if you have a clothes dryer, because it will make the acrylic stay forever in there. So right now, this is still wet. I just took it from the washer. For video effects, I remove all the other stuff that I washed it with, so it wouldn't be just only one garment. You can wash it by itself. It doesn't make a difference. And now I'm going to be again applying more soap in here. If you want to stick around, I will be doing that and show you the results in a second. I will be using again the towel under the sleeve, because if you saw in the couple of minutes ago in the video, I show you the towel that also got stained with the paint. This is the towel. It also had the paint removed because the soap is so good. So I'm going to put this in the sleeve. The towel is inside of the sleeve. It's right here. This is the stain, and you put the towel so that is what it's going to catch the remaining of the pigment of the color and the paint and everything else, instead of the opposite side of your garment, because that's the last thing you want after such a thing, right? I will make a little pock mark so the soap sits in there instead of running wild everywhere. Just a little bit. And now we brush. But to brush I need my other hand, which is holding the camera. So I will be right back. Let's see how the blouse is now dry. And this is the front. This is the sleeve. And if I remember correctly, it was this flower. All the flowers are clean anyway, regardless. I don't see any single speck of yellow, which it is a wonderful thing. So, if at the first try the stain is not gone from your garment, from your fabric, then you can try again and repeat, but it has to be a fresh stain. If it is too old, then you will need more work or just live with the consequences. Just kidding. You can also try a mix of hand sanitizer gel or alcohol, but you need to make a test in the fabric in a little corner where it won't show to see how it behaves, because it might expand and leave you like a halo around the stain, and that's never wanted, right? Check over here to see how to remove more acrylic paint from other different surfaces.